invocation. Instead of the pledge tonight, we have one of our firefighters with us who is going to sing the national anthem. And I'll ask that you remain risen for that instead of the pledge tonight. God, we thank you for this day, your presence among us. Be with us as families as we go through this special time of the year called Christmas. Help us to enjoy our love for each other. Help us spread that love to those that live on each side of us, in our neighborhoods, in our city, and in our state, in our great country. Give us peace, give us wisdom, and give us understanding. But most of all, give us love. In thy name we pray. Amen.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Chief Bolano, the most outstanding fire chief in the state, the Southeast, and the country. Follow that, Chief.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor, members of council. We have a milestone that we'd like to recognize this evening, and I'll ask Assistant Chief Cindy Collette to please join me. Cindy was hired by the city of North Charleston on December 15th, 1987. So last week, she reached her 30-year anniversary with the city. And Cindy has had a very successful career with us. Cindy was promoted to assistant chief in May of 2011, and that makes her the highest-ranking female in the history of our department. She serves as our fire marshal and has provided a strong focus on customer service and efficiency. And she has been very effective, her and her team, in protecting our commercial buildings from the threat of fire. We think it's important not to wait until someone retires before we recognize their length of service. And in fact, in Cindy's case, we told her she can't retire. We want her to be around for a long, long time. But we want to say thank you and recognize the milestone of 3 decades of dedicated service to the city, and we have a token of our appreciation for her. Chief Collette, in recognition of Assistant Chief Cindy Collette for 30 years of service with the North Charleston Fire Department. Thank you very much. And Chief Collette's family is here with her. Her parents and her children are here with her as well today.
Wonderful.
And you don't want to speak?
I just want to say it's been a pleasure working for the city of North Charleston.
I grew up in the city of North Charleston, so I take pride in what I do here, and I absolutely love my job and my coworkers. So thank you. And I don't plan on retiring anytime soon.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then one other recognition today. I'll ask Engineer Chris Kennedy, who we just heard from, to please join me as well. The North Charleston Fire Department Firefighter of the Year Award is awarded each year to one member of the organization who exhibits superior performance, great initiative, respect, and professionalism in each aspect of the job. And they are selected from those who received Employee of the Month during the year. And the 2017 North Charleston Fire Department Firefighter of the Year is Engineer William Kennedy. And in March of this year, Engineer Kennedy was nominated by his captain, Joseph Cadell, for Employee of the Month. And Captain Cadell cited the initiative and sense of ownership that Engineer Kennedy showed in better preparing his apparatus for emergency response, which included purchasing items out of his own pocket. He also made extraordinary efforts in working with a crew member to tutor him to pass the EMT exam after 4 previous failures. Engineer Kennedy showed great compassion for this crew member that was struggling and worked with him every shift for more than 2 months, investing countless hours in preparing him for the test. And thanks in large part to Engineer Kennedy's tutoring, on his 5th try, the crew member successfully passed the EMT test and attained this certification. Engineer Kennedy was a member of our strategic planning committee, and then he volunteered to continue and serve as a member of the communications committee that was formed out of this process. He's an active member of this committee, and this year he agreed to serve as a representative for his shift. This role includes voicing the concerns of shift personnel directly to the administration and confronting difficult situations that may be hurting the department. Engineer Kennedy has shown moral courage in voicing these concerns up his chain of command and has worked to constructively deal with these difficult issues for the good of the department. Engineer Kennedy, as we all heard, is also a talented musician and vocalist. He regularly represents the department at various events that included the opening ceremony for the Southeastern Association of Fire Chiefs Conference that was held in North Charleston earlier this year. He was also asked to sing at the 10-year anniversary ceremony for the Charleston 9 that was held this past June. And at this event, he beautifully sang 2 musically difficult songs in honor of the fallen firefighters to an emotional audience of family members and firefighters from throughout the region. Then, in October of this year, Engineer Kennedy sang the national anthem at the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service in Emmitsburg, Maryland. This event is probably the most high-profile event in the American Fire Service, as thousands of firefighters and families of the fallen gather to honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their communities. After a massive processional of bagpipes and drums, Engineer Kennedy beautifully performed an a cappella version of the national anthem and represented our department and our city with great honor to the entire American Fire Service. Honor, courage, compassion. Honor in representing our department, courage in confronting difficult challenges, compassion for his struggling coworker. These are the values of our department, and Engineer Kennedy displayed them all. That's why he's our 2017 Firefighter of the Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to receive this, and without the support of my wife and family who allow me to do this job, and without a crew that supports me, I certainly would not have received this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Okay, Madam Clerk.
Okay. Well, I don't know where the first page went, but the first item is a request to approve the minutes of the December 14th, 2017 City Council meeting.
Move for approval.
Second.
problems?
We got it.
Okay. Want me to do a roll call, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Aye. Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Item 2 is the final reading and a report for an ordinance annexing an area known as 52P in Charleston County, TMS 301-0000797, and make it part of the present City Council District 9, zoned AG Agricultural District.
Mr. Hare?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of council, the ordinance pending before you for second reading tonight is entitled Section 52P. I'm sorry, that's got a little reverberation. This property is entirely owned by the City of North Charleston, and the annexation is authorized by a resolution that you accepted at a prior meeting. We're annexing this 1 acre parcel pursuant to Section 5-3-100 of the South Carolina Code of Laws. The ordinance is in proper form, and council may adopt the ordinance upon second reading if it so desires.
Okay. We need a motion to move approval.
Move for approval.
Got a motion and a second.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
Mayor, as you know, I've had some reservations about this annexation for the one lot. And since that time, some other events have taken place, and we'll be annexing 2,200 acres right adjacent to it tonight and the next meeting, and some other properties also in that particular area. It certainly makes it worthwhile for us to do that, and I'm certainly going to be in favor of this. And these annexations is fun because we have an input in that particular area now, and it's worth our time and effort and all. The legal challenges may come, but I think that we can win in the long run, and I think we need to move forward with it.
Thank you, Councilman King. Anyone else? Hearing none, the clerk please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King?
Aye.
Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. The next item has been withdrawn by the applicant, so council need not consider it. Item 4 is the final reading of an ordinance rezoning the properties addressed as 4208, 4210, and 4212 Barnwell Avenue, Charleston County, TMS 470-1200, lots 023, 24, and 98, from R3 Mobile Home Residential to R2 Multifamily Residential in Council District 7.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, the clerk please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Item 5 is the first reading of an ordinance to accept a renewal of a lease with Senator Tim Scott for offices at North Charleston City Hall.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, the clerk please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown? Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Item 6 is the first reading of an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of North Charleston by amending Chapter 9, Article 4, Section 86 and 87, which will allow the Public Safety and Housing Committee to address health and sanitation nuisances within the city.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, the clerk please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Item 7 is the first reading of an ordinance authorizing and directing the closing and abandonment of those portions of Grayson, Leland, Success, Carlton, Orvid, Calvert, Iris, Token, Norwood, and English streets as shown on the attached survey dated January 20th, 2017.
Move for approval.
Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, the clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Item 8 is the first reading of an ordinance authorizing and directing the closing and abandonment of First Avenue, Abraham Street, and Victoria Street as shown on that certain plat bearing the legend as follows.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, the clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Mayor
Without
Summy.
objection, we're going to bundle items 9 through 20.
Thank you,
Read your
sir.
mind.
That's where I'm going.
I read your mind. Okay.
9 through
20.
As all recommended for approval.
Yes.
Item 9 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a mutual aid agreement between the City of North Charleston and the Town of Mount Pleasant regarding law enforcement assistance and support. Item 10 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to adopt the revised Charleston Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan as the official plan for the City of North Charleston regarding federal disaster mitigation. 11 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a memorandum of understanding with the South Carolina DHEC regarding access and distribution of naloxone to treat drug overdoses. 12 is a resolution authorizing and directing remedial action relating to the Series 2010 General Obligation Bond proceeds used to purchase Shipwatch Square. 13 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement covering area lighting with SCE&G for McCune Plantation Phase 11. 14 is a resolution replacing the current classification and compensation plan for the City of North Charleston. 15 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an amendment to settlement agreement and release with Palmetto Railways to adjust property transfer dates based upon mutual agreement. 16 is a bid award for the asbestos abatement, demolition, and disposal of 5 residential properties to the low bidder, Ladsonwood Recycling, in the amount of $48,574.50. 17 is a bid award for the asbestos abatement, demolition, and disposal of 7 regulated properties to the low bidder, Four Seasons Site and Demolition, in the amount of $89,083. 18 is a request to award the bid for Oak Terrace Preserve Phase 3 finish work to the low bidder, 3 Oaks Contractors from Ravenel, in the amount of $1,176,657.95. 19 is a request to approve the to utilize non-standard service fund to place electric service underground to 3 locations off of Palmetto Commerce Parkway. That's 9. Do I have one more?
Number 20.
More. Number 20 is a request to approve a lease agreement with Charleston County for use of the EMS station and to authorize up to $600,000 in renovations.
Your motion.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on any of the items? Hearing none, the clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
Aye.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Which brings us to 21, which is the first reading of an ordinance for the annexation of Section 52S, TMS number 36100000006 on Ashley River Road.
Your motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, the clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
No.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 22 is the first reading of an ordinance for the annexation of Section 52T, TMS number 30100000005, Ashley River Road.
Your motion.
Move for approval.
Motion and a second. Any
Second.
discussion?
Did you get a second?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right down. Both of you got a motion and a second, these two gentlemen.
Don and Kim.
We have any discussion? Hearing done, the clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Brown? Excuse me, he's not here. Ms. Jerome?
Aye.
Ms. Jamison?
No.
Mr. Brinson?
Aye.
Mr. Olds?
Aye.
Mr. King? Mr. Skipper?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mayor Summy?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay. We have one request to speak in front of council. I'll remind you that you have 3 minutes, and please give us your name and address for the record when you come forward. Mr. Tim Whitfield. Same to you, sir.
And I'm a current resident of the city of Charleston with business operations primarily in the city of North Charleston. I'm standing here today to quantify my opinion as to why the city of North Charleston is more than capable to accept the annexation and carry it forward. It was item 22 that we just looked at, and carry it to its fruition to become part of the third largest city in South Carolina, a city that is economically strong and solid, with some of the most progressive minds leading the way. I'm a 60-year resident of Charleston. I've lived in West Ashley for 29 years. I lived in North Charleston for 31 years. I have business interest in both cities. I feel after being a resident of both cities for so many years, I'm qualified to speak regarding this situation. The following, I'm a partner of the Whitfield Company, by the way. The following is a statement of the Whitfield Company concerning the proposed annexation of county property located west of the Ashley River into the city of North Charleston. The area along Highway 61 is a beautiful and historic area, and everyone here tonight would love for it to remain so and would agree that it should. Sadly, rumors have been circulating that annexation by North Charleston would result in everything from a McDonald's restaurant to a Walmart to a carnival, you name it, along this beautiful corridor. I assure you that this is not the desire of the Whitfield Company or the city of North Charleston. Had the city of Charleston announced plans to annex in that area, few, if any, eyebrows would have been raised. In fact, the city of Charleston has made annexations in the past which some would consider overreaching. So the question becomes, which city, Charleston or North Charleston, is most capable and trustworthy of preservation and planning for this area? North Charleston, under the leadership of Mayor Summy and very wise council members have transformed North Charleston from a small city into a vibrant community containing industries such as Boeing, entertainment and cultural venues such as the Coliseum and Performing Arts Center. North Charleston has a proven ability to make wise planning decisions. We trust them and have confidence that they would do the same with the proposed annexation. We wish to accord North Charleston the respect for which they have earned. Much can also be said for the City of Charleston's ability to plan and preserve. Daniel Island is a showcase of excellent planning, and the preservation efforts in Charleston are renowned. Ultimately, this annexation will probably be court contested, but our company will work diligently with either city to produce the results most beneficial to this wonderful place we are all proud to call home. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Whitfield. Anything else to be brought up before council?
Merry Christmas, Mr. Mayor.
Merry Christmas to everyone. God bless you. And hope your families have a wonderful time together. And we look forward to seeing you after the first. Meeting's adjourned.